Good evening, people. We're back to Rogue Trader. I'm back. My back hurts, and yeah, so on. Okay, so we are actually going to do this. Take that off. You are currently at 40 strength. That means we can fiddle around a bit like this. You want to go here. We want bracers, sort. Okay, yeah, that's right. Increase rapid fire of the weapon by each time. Each enemy killed is by the word's weapon by 1. Each time an enemy is killed, each enemy killed is perplexed, inflict blah blah blah, 2 cell radius. No. We're looking at 5 strength, 10 strength, 5 toughness. Yep, there we have it. Now we go over to weapons. We are going to put this on you. Why? Because I want to. I want to see Pascal use the flamer on that way. Okay, that's done. And we are going to... What are we going to do, honestly? We had... I don't remember where we left off, honestly. It's been a fair bit of Sentinel Prime. Yeah, we cleared that one out. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we were going to Firestone. Firestone was where we were going to. Emperor's Pawn.
Lord Captain, I bring you new information about the Xenodevis that you discovered during your time away. Ever since your return, the tech priests have been making every effort to comprehend the nature of this mysterious technology, and they have succeeded, to an extent. After many rituals and pleas to the machine god, they awakened the Xeno artifact. For but a moment, it produced a holographic copy of a planet and coordinates that matched a location in Langren's belt. Perhaps you will wish to see with your own eyes what this destination holds.
Okay. Yeah, Firestone, the Lost. Dogmatic, Fanatic, Dogmatic, 40 plus. At the start of the combat, the wearers gain movement point. Resolve, where it cannot be slowed. If the wearer is Dogmatic Votary, they gain 2+ Resolve for each rank of Dogmatic and cannot be immobilized. That looks fairly good. Bit of provision, minus insecurity, takes a bit of people. Yeah. Navy whips. Doesn't stop anything. Gain 12, a lot of Promethium. Okay. What was it? Are we going for this one? The psi rating is increased by 1 as long as the wearer has 100%. They deal 25% damage with their psychic powers, psychic stabs, or are we just going this one 20,000 rep on explorators? Macro 5 shots, medium range. I don't like medium range, but still, it's fairly decent. A rep. Extract them info, and that's just rep as well. Yeah. Haven't made a decision here, huh? Okay. We are here. We can travel here. We can actually go to the planet. Bum, ba, bum, ba, ba.
As the colony's nobility amasses their wealth and makes new connections, they are showing less and less respect for the rogue trader.
Severely punish the arrogant nobles.
The insolence of the colonists has been dealt with. Due to the ironclad discipline within the colony, the harsh punishments did not affect its productivity.
Okay, we got that one. Got that one. So that's just the last one. Navy whips. One on the project complete test. Okay, yeah, so degree efficiency. One of the projects. Okay, it's no limit on anything. No limit on anything. Complacency, efficiency, chemicals. Yep. We now have, so we can make the reliquary. Sacred common. Hold on. Okay. Complacency. Whenever the wearer hit a human enemy, that enemy gains 1 stack of perplexed for 2 rounds. You know what? Let's go this one.
Lord Captain, the situation on Foulstone requires your attention. One of the servants tasked with the Crucible's maintenance has declared publicly that he has been liberated of all worldly concerns, for he is none other than the reincarnation of Saint Cognatius. There are some extremely questionable reports claiming that he has performed miracles. Supported by a congregation garnered by preaching, he has asked for your lordship's permission to depart from Foulstone with the Crucible in tow so that he may continue Saint Cognatius's work and use the relic to transform worlds, ones true to the faith of the Imperium, into lush, splendorous gardens. It goes without saying that such a generous gift to the Coronus Expanse could bring great renown to your lordship, but at a heavy cost. Foulstone would turn back into a wasteland and you would lose the prestige that comes with having charge over such a valuable relic.
Whenever a wearer suffers damage, suffers attacks from demons or warp damage, inflict burning on adjacent enemies. All burning effect inflicted by the wearer deal double damage if the target is a psycho. Weapon concentration, void ship. We are already at the point where we are destroying stuff in combat, pretty much.
I will inform the prelate that the potential saint is to be provided with access to the relic and a ship to bring the Emperor's light to wayward worlds.
That is fucking bullshit. Annoying. Annoying. I need something to actually make it so it saves a lot more frequently, because that is one of the biggest problem with this game. Is the save point is just okay. I didn't want that one. I absolutely didn't want that one. Okay. The loading screens is also one of the things that is taking the most time, which is slightly annoying.
Lord Captain, I bring you new information about the Xenodevis that you discovered during your time away. Ever since your return, the tech priests have been making every effort to comprehend the nature of this mysterious technology, and they have succeeded, to an extent. After many rituals and pleas to the machine god, they awakened the Xeno artifact. For but a moment, it produced a holographic copy of a planet and coordinates that matched a location in Langren's belt. Perhaps you will wish to see with your own eyes what this destination holds.
Flamethrowers, flamethrowers, flamethrowers. Heavy flamethrower. Out of curiosity, can I slap this on you as well? That looks so weird, I'm not gonna lie. It looks so weird. I think that's the axe we were using, right? So alternate Siam. Brutal of attacks of opportunity. That's a Kiva Gawa, it has more damage. Wield of 15 thing. Yeah, you know what, we're going with that axe. Okay, we got that, we got that, we got that. You are... You're one of those weird characters where it's just like, I should probably get some more stuff for you, but it's just not present. Quickly do this. We want for this one, right? Yeah, we want for this one.
Lord Captain, the situation on Foulstone. It goes without saying that such a generous gift to the Coronus Expanse could bring great renown to your lordship, but at a heavy cost. Foulstone would turn back into a wasteland and you would lose the prestige that comes with having charge over such a valuable relic.
Okay, it stuns. It's not really what we want. Consecrate weapons is not really what we want. I wish to hear that.
I have had ample experience with saintly saviors like him in the past. Whatever great cause they proclaim as their mission, they genuinely, naively believe that people really do need them. If we round up enough orphans and lepers who would trip over themselves to beg our prophet for salvation, he will soon forget all about the crucible and his holy mission. I know a few guilds of professional beggars who would be delighted to offer their services to us. False prophets in the streets are a common occurrence. Their sermons breed turmoil, riots, and acts of disobedience. The Inquisition recommends that such unstable agents be isolated and quietly removed. The archenemy's lies take on many guises, but the Emperor's miracles are 100-fold stronger. On more than a few occasions, he has bestowed epiphanies upon the faithful, even those of the humblest origin. I myself bear the name of a poor orphan who was granted miraculous powers by his grace. So, give me time, and I will find you the most loyal agents to escort Brother Purevoice on his travels. They will keep him safe if he is pure, or punish him should they sense deceit in his words. But I have a feeling that his rebirth is a true wonder. The Undying One does not release the souls that have come to him. This man is either lying or misguided. An experienced spinner will help him see the truth, or repent the deception.
Prophet factor, pure voice of fame. Pure voice of fame gains bonus to all skill. Ooh, that's good. That's good. And the hammer is not bad. The hammer is not bad. He must be inducted into the hammer. Consecrated weapons. Make him undergo the trials of purity. Execute him. Entrust the prophet to Bloodspun Web. Henrik's. Okay. How is this one? It's a light armor with 45. Whenever the wearer dodge or parries an enemy attack, they gain 7 momentum. Base armor property is...
Shadow of the Undying One.
Is it willpower? I think it's willpower, right? Willpower percent, agility, dodge against bonus. Honestly, this one is just so good that we're going to let... Is it... No, we don't have it there. We're going to provide Saint an escort with Agatha's help. We get the hammer, we get pure voiced fame. A bit minus in efficiency, but you know what, fuck
I'll
it.
get to it immediately. I will choose the best people for this task, the most devoted. Having loaded the crucible onto the requisitioned void ship, the pure-voiced prophet gathered up his flock and set out for distant worlds to spread his word. The spiritual authority of the Order of the Hammer suffered as a result, and the loss of the crucible sowed substantial unrest among the populace. Before departing, the preacher expressed his appreciation by sending the Lord Captain a gift, a relic that, according to his own claims, once belonged to his previous incarnation. The stern guards selected by Sister Argenta vigilantly provide protection for the prophet, ensuring that his thoughts remain pure.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I need to be present during that. Yep. I'm wondering, my thought is you can probably make... There's so many different ways to make builds in Rogue Trader, so I'm just like thinking of what you actually could do.
As the colony's nobility amasses their wealth and makes new connections, they are showing less and less respect for the rogue trader.
Severely punish
The insolence of the
nobles.
colonists has been dealt with. Due to the ironclad discipline within the colony, the harsh punishments did not affect its productivity.
Lost. Yep. Sure. Navy, sure. Okay, so this requires Fellowship of the Void. Whenever the wearer performs a non-burst attack with a pistol, I kind of want that one. That could be really good on my character. If the wearer kills an enemy with a pistol attack, they immediately reload it. Each pistol reloaded grants 5% critical hit chance for pistol attacks. Okay. Rogue Trader gains intelligence, Fellowship willpower. Okay. The Racian? I don't really care about that one. It is just a really high damaging sword. It doesn't have any extra effects or anything like that. Yeah, no, I don't care about that one, honestly. Okay. So, we now did Foul Zone. We did that. We fixed that. Magnetic Storm. This is one of those things we have seen, we have done, but we can't really do anything.
The magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of auger arrays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations in their blessed vigil and discover the mysteries of this
object.
All usual noises on the bridge cease when the shadow of a gigantic void ship, seemingly appearing out of nowhere, sails past the stained glass windows. It seems forlorn. The hull is tarnished, the lumens are dead, and the windows are broken and shrouded. The auger crew can't recognize the signature of its silent engines. They only manage to shed some light on its decrepit hull and make out the faded name of the cruiser, Queen's Lament. The Vox Master's report breaks the somber silence. The bridge has just received a Vox cast. From
Accept the signal.
Vigdis conducts a full Vox system check and reports that the communications are in order, even though only eerie, unnatural silence can be heard through the Vox. Worried murmurs sweep across the bridge. The officers are certain that this is the void ship of the old ghost stories. The Queen's Lament has appeared countless times in all corners of the Imperium. Like a ghost, it manifested out of nowhere and just as mysteriously vanished in the darkness of space, taking with it those who dared to board. Queen's Lament. The rogue trader has heard that name before. This void ship was destroyed by Xenos in one of the violent battles for the Expanse over 3 millennia ago. They say that its captain was a devout and vengeful man.
Send out scouts.
The shuttle carrying the soldiers docks with the Queen's Lament without impediment. Using the disparate blueprints of other Imperial cruisers, the scouting party sets out to the bridge, following the dark, unpowered corridors that somehow retained oxygen and gravity. The nervous voice of the operator erupts through the Vox. The crew are still on board. But what's this? Blurry silhouettes of people with torn-off limbs, cut open bellies, and twisted faces are materializing and vanishing all around in ghastly flashes. The ghosts promise the unwelcome guests that they will stay on board the Queen's Lament forever. Raising his voice to a shout, the operator reports that his comrades are already dead, and soon it will be his turn. The augurs are telling a different story. All of the scouts are alive and still moving forward.
The order the operator to pull themselves together. Soldiers must be prepared to face even the most terrifying space horrors.
An anxious prayer to the Emperor is whispered over the Vox. For a moment, the operator falls silent, and suddenly returns, mumbling excuses about his imagination playing tricks on him. His comrades are still walking ahead of him, alive and well, and the void ship looks completely empty again. After a few minutes of silence, a child's cry can be heard through the Vox. The stuttering operator reports that friends and family of the members of the scouting party are blocking the way. The friends and family who've all been taken by death. The soldiers confirm that they're not seeing ghosts but living people made of flesh and bone. The soldiers are begging the rogue trader to let them talk to their loved ones for a moment.
Order the squad to proceed under the threat of tribunal.
The scouting party's disjointed mumbling is replaced by the firm shouts of "Yes, Lord Captain." The operator reports that the deceased are retreating into the darkness, their empty eye sockets lit up with blue, malicious flames. Half an hour later, the Vox comes to life once again. The operator flatly reports that the scouting party has reached the bridge. The cogitators are broken, so extracting any data from them seems impossible. The scouts have found a strange object in the captain's chair. They can't describe it, only saying that this shouldn't be there. In his usual flat voice devoid of emotion, the operator completes his report. The way to the bridge took 16 hours and 41 minutes. The soldiers are exhausted and would like to rest for some time. Confused, Vigdis notes that only half an hour has passed outside the Queen's Lament.
Order the squad to retrieve the unknown object and withdraw immediately.
The Vox cast stops abruptly, and a few minutes later, the scouting party's shuttle leaves the Queen's Lament. The void ship itself dissolves in the darkness of space. The shuttle arrives, carrying a single passenger, the operator, clutching a strange parcel. The young man's hair has turned white after the time spent on the cursed vessel, and he has lost the ability to speak. His story and rumors of what happened to the other scouts will live on for many years in hushed whispers across every deck of the rogue trader's void ship.
That's not good. Okay, so we have gotten Queen's Lament now. We have go to Footfall. Okay. Langren's Belt is over there. Emperor's Palm. Ice World. Nothing there. Burning World, Augur Anomaly. Okay. Janus.
Lord Captain, an Ordo Xenos punitive unit, led by Acolyte Linet Xu, has arrived on Janus. The Inquisition forces have already taken control of the Governor's Palace and intend to inquire into the recent anomalies on Janus.
Hexagram, gram? Logic, coercion, persuasion? More loose profit factor. Henrix, why was I not notified of their arrival in advance?
I am surprised that they have informed us of their arrival at all. It demonstrates a semblance of trust.
How much did the Inquisition sniff out?
The initial interrogations have set Linet Xu on the tracks of the wretches, toward the anomalous region. But her people continue to dig deeper, so to speak.
What think you, my officers and advisors?
Cooperating with the Inquisition would do us more good than trying to hide the current misfortunes of the colony. I can send them a message to keep us informed about the interrogation, as a favor. If only we could throw them a bone, and let them find the evidence they want, one that we can get by without. The rest could be concealed away from their inquisitive eyes. Like a sand lizard shedding its tail, sometimes one must cede the battle to win the war. I see only one way to make the Inquisition's sojourn on Janus brief: be proactive and give the Acolyte what she is looking for.
Sympathy. The wearer gains 15 intelligence at the start of their turn. They suffer 1. Okay, that's cool. Let the Inquisition do their job. I hold expulsion. From this moment, the Acolyte shall receive all possible assistance in the investigation. Yep.
It's the best option. The Inquisition will be satisfied and Janus will return to normal all the sooner. The rogue trader's servants eagerly set about finding the smallest trace of anything that might be useful to the agents of the Inquisition. Lady Xu's people were so inundated with denunciations and testimonies that the Acolytes suspected sabotage disguised as aid. However, the zealous assistance bore fruit and put the Inquisition on the right track. After Lady Xu had set up her headquarters at the Governor's Palace, she began to investigate the situation on Janus. All those feeling guilt for their crimes before the Emperor could only stay silent and pray. During her investigation, Lady Xu was able to establish that the genetic changes in the wretches' bodies were caused by mysterious substances secreted into the water by xeno-obelisks. These substances did not contaminate the water until recently, as shown by the analysis of the Magus biologis. The same xeno-obelisks appear to be linked by a chain of energy communications, also serving as sources of unknown radiation that seem to have caused the outbreak of contaminated growth in the currently uncontrolled sector of the planet. This also seems to be causing the appearance of the mysterious phantoms.
Okay.
According to Lady Xu's theory, there may be some sort of ancient mechanical construction on Janus that has awakened from its slumber. It is possible that the anomalies occurring on the planet are merely the side effects of the blasphemous machine trying to start itself.
Okay, so which one do we want here? 12% damage against Xenos. That's not bad. Shelter. Whenever an ally is healed from the first time in the... Whenever an ally is healed for the first time in a round, damage dealt by the ally is increased by 8%. Stacks. Give us a lot of people as well. The wielder of this sword gains 25% bonus to dodge and parry. Each enemy hit suffers 25% penalty to their weapon skill until the wielder's next turn. We do not need more people. Honestly, 12% dodge against Xenos. The thing is, we're not making use out of war complacency. Needs to go up. Okay. Complacency.
Corruption has infiltrated Virboss 6, Lord Captain. The cultists of the Final Dawn have agitated the convicts into a full-blown uprising, promising them a chance at escape. The planet's cargo port and guard facilities are now under siege. The cultists themselves have not joined the assault. They have scurried into the mines, deep into the tunnels that were infected with Zeno's corruption not too long ago. The overseers are reporting tremors. It seems that the heretics are trying to clear the cave-ins that we used to ward off the subterranean monsters.
Why did the cultists head to that particular area?
Unfortunately, we do not know the heretics' true objectives. But there is nary a doubt that they are pursuing a sinister and wicked goal, and therefore must be stopped.
What is the current situation on the surface?
The overseers are trapped inside the guard facilities, and the convicts are now united by their common hatred for the dynasty and are obsessed with the tales of freedom.
Whenever an enemy enters the 5-zone radius of around the rogue trader or their allies, this enemy must resistance test with a 5+ or become staggered for 1 round. If 2 more allies are close enough to trigger this effect, the enemy must pass this resistance test for each of the allies. Okay. And what is this box? Trample combat enemies that are targeted by the wearer's psychic ability must pass the willpower test or suffer 10 bleeding and... Okay. I know I picked that one when I...
Heretics seek out those who are weak of spirit and entice them with promises of salvation. But such spineless lot lacks the resolve to fight and will drop their weapons should someone give them reason to fear. The purpose of many tactics in warfare is to sow terror in the enemy ranks, and I know some of these tactics well. Make them quiver, eat vatter, and those weaklings will forget all about their heinous intentions. Lord Captain, your resources and status allow you to make use of one of the most blunt and affordable tools of all, mercenaries. These dogs of war will storm the warp itself for the right price. Provide the overseers with some hired backup, and you can consider the crisis resolved. It is enough to kill a few to make the many lose their footing. Let the spinners bring death to the prominent instigators, and the rest will be intimidated. They will open themselves to an attack. We lay our own siege to the planet, then seize its vox frequencies and broadcast the plain truth, that the convicts are fighting for a barely habitable rock, and that without Imperium authorities in charge, they will die. We will drive the message home with quotations from the Lex Imperialis, declaring that any resistance only aggravates the transgression.
Communication follow Solomon's plan. What is this? That is advanced Adeptus Arbites shotgun. So here is my thought. I kind of want this one. All allies gain 5% dodge and hit chance. That is a solid one. That is an absolute solid one. Ulfa's one is also really good, and I like Ulfa's D, just show the people how to instill fear in them. Whenever the enemy, 10 plus coercion for all. I think I'm going to go with Kybella's, because
The spinners come, for death has whispered the names of the wicked. The servants of the blood-spun web launched a series of lightning-fast and silent attacks, stacking the corpses as grim messages. Frightened by the elusive and shadowy assassins, the heretics abandoned their lairs and fled into distant tunnels. The rebellion was decapitated. The leaders of the conspiracy, the cultists of the Final Dawn, were confronted in the mines. They had surrounded a strange dark Xeno obelisk covered with GLYPHS, trying to awaken it from its slumber.
Glyphs, yeah.
The GLYPH patterns were similar to those that the mad convicts had drawn before. The monstrous construction contained enough energy to tear the planet apart. By heroically disrupting the cultists' plan, the guards caused a malfunction within the terrible machine. Instead of exploding, the obelisk emitted a blistering heat wave, melting itself and turning those around it to ash. Virboss 6 had been saved.
Willpower intelligence. Yeah, I'm going this one. Okay. Janus. You know what? We're going this one. Ballstone is done. This one is done. You have a few more and then you're done. You have one more. I'm a bit... One of the things that I'm actually caring about right now is the fact that you can't favorite these, which I find a bit annoying, because that would mean that I could actually make a decision and then come back to it. Ice World, Abandoned Palace, Unidentified Ruins. We are... Unforeseen event, Ice World. Okay, no. We are going here, I think. Forewarning. Unidentified anomaly. Oh. Not explored, so that's a new planet. Forewarning. Within the rumors, proximity forewarning. Okay. Let's head over here first.
The officers on one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days had passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noises. An enforcer squad sent to investigate reported that the denizens of the lower levels had regressed to animals and succumbed to depravity. The connection with the squad was shortly lost. The Medici teams from the lower decks reported the appearance of a dense purple fog that causes people to develop mutant deformities, short tentacles roughly the length.
Yep, remove
The
them.
Medici teams zealously set to work and started processing the Voidsmen in quick succession. Although many perished during the surgery, their sacrifices would not be in vain. As the vessel left the warp for real space, the fog vanished.
Rocket repair, and then take it all. Flagship now collects 10% more scrap. I think that's the one we're going for. Yeah, great. Oh, and it reset everything. Okay. Here you go. Here you go. Here 93 170, yeah. Minus. Okay. Let's put. I can be there, but you can be there. Maneuvers. Ulfar. 97. Yeah, no, you can go there. Okay. Let's see if we can find anything new here then. Provisions, don't care.
The endless canvas of the cosmic void is interrupted by what looks like a bottomless hole. Sight cannot pierce it, no stars, no planets, no cosmic dust. There is only total darkness. The Augur team has failed to glean any information from the anomaly, and under the influence of a mysterious force, the void ship is slowly drawn to the heart of the darkness. The officers on the bridge worriedly look up from their cogitators. The machine's screens turn on and off chaotically, not obeying any of their operators' commands. The walls of the bridge, the crew's silhouettes, and the ship's holy machines tremble and stretch out like rubber bands. Alerts of malfunctioning cogitators and maddened chronographs come in from every deck, as do reports of indescribable hallucinations gripping the crew. While the tech priests are trying to placate the machine spirits, helmsman Raver reports that the situation is bad. Navigational systems are barely functional, and the invisible force is getting stronger and accelerating, ceaselessly dragging the vessel into its dark bosom. There is little time, and the Lord Captain must decide: leave the dangerous place or give in to the force and study the anomaly from within.
Determine if the archives contain data on any such anomaly.
A few operators manage to wring a minute amount of useful information out of the archives. Such anomalies are extremely rare, randomly appearing gravitational wells which connect different points in space. Where such a well leads is impossible to predict.
Direct the vessel to the center of the anomaly.
The closer the vessel gets to the hole, the faster it is pulled in. Thousands of people on every deck are gripped by panic. Their bodies are turning into thin, twisting threads, fraying and tearing into pieces, exposing veins, bones, and internal organs. Falling apart into screws, plates, and bolts, tech priests continue to offer relentless prayers to the machine spirits, but their binaric chants melt into the endless screams and cries for help. Finally, the void ship jumps into the cosmic tunnel with a torturous lurch.
Okay, where did we end up? That's a really interesting question now. Are we going to have a combat encounter? I don't. Where are we? I don't recognize this planet like straight away, so yeah. Oh, we're over here. Okay. Okay, plan is we're going here. And checking a few things, so...
Enemies of humanity have been spotted aboard the ship. Warp beasts have enthralled the crew in charge of one of the macro cannons.
Okay, we're jumping in and doing it ourselves. Of course we are. Ulfa needs a bit of airing out old beauty. Why am I making Ulfa pretty much just... did we do the changes to Pascal? Yes, we did.
Let us walk this path to the end. For the Emperor. The Emperor commands. Grovel before the faithful. Your Emperor won't save you.
Ulfa goes first, okay. Cassia there, Henrik's there. Oh, we don't have Avalog with us in this group. We have Cassia though. Pascal over there.
None can do this better.
Okay, that's one down.
See how the wolf succeeds.
Yay.
Wolves reign. So it shall be.
Revel in slaughter. Ballistic kill, critical damage. Yeah.
Chaos guides me. Your entrails will adorn. Death to bulk. Death to the weak.
You almost killed yourself. Great.
I am your blade and shield. The shadows will see us down. This goes against the
This is not bullying, trust me. I don't know what you mean.
As the tenets wisdom. Killing brings me no pleasure. I shall not fetch out. The other side awaits.
Okay, and we do that. And then we do that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really?
Running by numerical combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
Turn on healing.
Most of blessed creations of the Omnisire.
I'm a bit... to be fair.
I will not. Your defiance is futile. Power resides in the will of the righteous.
My vow I separate you, machine spirits.
Why aren't you lighting stuff on fire? I don't understand that. The wearer inflict 10. Yeah, this should. Oh, it sets target area on fire. Okay, fair enough.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Serve the ruinous powers! Isn't this a job for the Sir? You're clad in scarlet.
Okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Death to non-believers is part of the trial. Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
So if I do... Oh fuck, I need to reload and that's not going to make it... But even this should be inflicting burning, but I haven't seen it actually inflicting burning. And you missed.
I am doom!
The Emperor is on our side. Naturally. I won't object to it.
Stop running away from me.
I challenge you, Dogmatic. None can do this better. I will cause wounds out of your bones with such time the wolf's eye. Badass. So shall it be. It is good. See how the wolf succeeds?
Kick him.
I will carve runes out of your bones.
Okay.
Know your duty.
And back we go. Yep. Everything we just throw back in.
Few can match the glory of the Space Wolves, the
Yeah.
fierce and proud sons of Lemon Russ, bloodthirsty hunters from the world of Fenris. Alfar set foot on the warpath many decades ago, and a trail of blood has stretched out behind him ever since. He enters every battle with a triumphant howl. According to the ancient chronicles and maps handed to you by the pilgrim, this icy planet used to be a prosperous imperial colony. However, a sharp change in its trajectory, brought upon by the warp anomaly raging in the system, caused the world to distance itself from the local star. In less than a decade, the planet's surface was completely encased in ice, sealing a wealth of machines and artifacts of the Imperium inside a glacial tomb.
Okay, we got that. That is not interesting. Gains 9 points of damage. Okay. Gains 12 points of damage on the port and starboard side, 5 points on the... Okay, that's good. More critical hit chance is not something we're going to say no to. Long dorsal, firing 2, dealing 26. Long dorsal plasma. 2 shots, 26. Theoretical damage is 52. It's higher than what we have, but also we have this dorsal lance that actually deals 52 to 60, so that's better as well. 90 to 105 on that one. 527, 57. Okay. Our ship is getting better. So that is short. That is short. Long range 333. That's what we have already. So long range 21. Okay. I want to do this. We are going to the bridge and we're going to see, because we did so many colony stuff right in the beginning, I want to see if we can get a bit of reputation. Can't really hope for too much, but I'm hoping for a bit. And off to Janris we go.
The high factotum Janris Danroke greets you with a cool smile and the merest hint of a bow.
Pleasure to see.
Harmonious. Trade. Thought. Pipe. Island tradables. Well, that's 200, 800 there. Jewelry, 300. Okay, so we got the iron, we're familiar, adjacent, and successful. Mantle of Extermination. Whenever the wearer kills an enemy with an area attack, the wearer gains critical hit chance. The wearer can spend all the movement pin to move to any cell within movement range. At the end of movement, the wearer will automatically performs an area attack with primary weapon adjacent to all enemies. Highest initiative automatic. That is really interesting, the highest initiative thing. Oh, we can get a ton of stuff here. Okay. Successful single attack inflicts stun. Okay. Hide. Nothing super fancy we can trade with you, huh? Weapon. Those can go to cargo. Do we have anything immense amount of weapons in any sort? Every hit inflicts stack of fatigue. Let's get directed damage for each stack of fatigue. First fulminating shot from this weapon costs 1 plus critical hit chance. Okay. You can go to cargo. You can also go to cargo. You I don't want to deal with. It's heretical stuff. I don't care about that, honestly. Yeah, no, I don't care about that. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Why did I equip that? Okay. Do not care enough about that to actually 98% hit chance. I think we're better off with lower hit chance and actually dealing more damage. Because Pelican, where... You don't have any specific trade things. We have seen artifacts. But I'd rather do that to Risa, honestly. We need 2k. Okay, fair enough. 1k. Extra property, parry. Whenever the wearer suffers trauma, eroding. Target hit by this auto gun suffer 20% 20% more toxic damage until the end of combat. Okay. At the end of the wield gains temporary wound for each adjacent ally. If ally scores a critical hit by the start of the wearer's next turn, the wearer's next attack always critical hit. Allies target. Okay. Again. You know what? Yeah. Lightweight. Aware of these boots gain 6 parry and rerolls dodge tests. Volume hit. When the wearer uses control shot, any enemy adjacent to the wearer's allies suffer. Okay. Plan is to get power damage. To be fair, I don't really know what armor Allfire we should actually use. That bolter might actually be worth it, though. That bolter might absolutely be worth it. Okay. Okay, so we have a power armor, right? We have gotten a power armor. Yeah, we've gotten a power armor. Wait. How much? Okay, this is me as being fun. So this armor has... You have 7 deflection in it. Okay, fair enough. Gains a bit of that, gains a bit of that. 9 deflection in this armor. We like that. We like that a lot, honestly. So that means... Takes 9 damage of everything, and you have 91 armor. Oh my god. That's a lot of armor. Deflection is 7 flat on that one. That is a fair point. Info. Must not have features. Adeptus Astartes, Drakari, Eldari, Adeptus Sororitas. Okay, so you can't actually use that. That is a bummer. I thought we could throw that on her, but no, it doesn't seem like it. Let's just continue investigating some of the stuff going on.
The ship's augurs registered an emission of unknown radiation. The crew zealously carried out the rogue trader's order and put to death everyone marked with the fiend.
The beacon world is the Drakari one from my memory. Plundered Void Station. I think we've already been here. But let's have a look.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Yep, we've already been here. It's the... yeah, it's that one. Yep.
A chase is ensuing behind the stained glass windows of the bridge. Several pirate raiders are trying to catch up with the cruiser, fruitlessly firing salvos at it from their macro cannons. The officers of the Augur crew report they're chasing the elusive Contempt. It's a legendary pirate flagship that has been plundering cargo ships around the expanse for several hundred years, masterfully evading patrols and escaping unpunished with the loot. Shelby the Protospeculator, the elusive Contempt's captain, addresses you via Vox. In a cheerful, almost affectionate voice, he thanks you for the high-grade resources mined by the von Valancius Extractiums and also for your invaluable assistance in his escape. As soon as Shelby finishes his speech, the elusive Contempt swiftly enters the warp, and a powerful salvo intended for his vessel explodes against.
Okay, so I guess we are chasing down a damn pirate scum that is stealing from the Emperor's servants. Okay, so let's think about this. So we can move all the way up here. Get
Deliver their demise. Bring doom to our enemy. Fall ahead. Show them the fury of our macro cannons. Lock on and launch.
nice. Let's reload.
I Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
If we move one closer, that should be enough to actually hit it without a float.
Bring doom to our enemies.
Okay.
Set course with
Annoying,
haste.
but
I want to hear the macro cannons roar.
okay, so we are going to do this. We are going to pop that. Then we're popping Healing Way. They're just out of range. You are not out of range
Unleash
though,
the
so we
power
can
of our
fire
lance
that.
batteries.
That is one. Can go there. We might actually need to eat the torpedo here.
Deliver that demise.
Can hit that in a minute with the boarding action. Takes 2.5 weeks to actually do something. Wait, that is actually a point. Game, bloodstain score, English, autosave slots, tool type, show basic tutorial, show control. Basics.
Changing course, disengage. Let's live to fight another day.
Pause on focus. Auto end turn. Combat. Fast move it on. Skip non-attack animations. Always. Okay. That might actually...
Changing course, disengage. Let's live to fight another day.
Let the macro cannons sing their deadly litany. Unleash the power of our lance batteries. I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates. Deliver their demise. Unleash the power of our lance batteries. We have a destination to reach. Bring doom to our enemies.
another victory of 2 great dynasties, Lord Captain.
Nice. Now combat might actually be a bit faster. Unforeseen event. No.
This cold, windy planet is covered by a raging sea of mustard grey grass so tall it reaches an average human's waist. The monotony of the endless steppe is occasionally broken by chains of murky green lakes, but the Augur crew spots a far more interesting anomaly, a scar, running several dozen kilometers deep, splitting the world's equator in two. After 2 exploration watches, the crew intercepts a faint signal coming from one of the labor settlements in the deep chasm. Due to the unstable connection, the foreman mistakes your vessel for a winter-scale ship. One was due to arrive 9 cycles ago. The foreman grimly reports over the weak channel that the adamantine ore deposits on the world are nearly depleted and that the planet will be fully mined out in less than a decade. With some difficulty, he picks up enough words to understand that the ship in orbit belongs to another rogue trader house, then awkwardly apologizes and falls silent.
Someone cut off completely and leave the foreman to his property, wait for his real master. Okay, fair enough. Snow planet, that's an unidentified beacon, yeah.
Immediately after the ship approaches close enough to the planet, the strange artifact from the Homunculus's laboratory activates. Trying to receive the incoming signal from the planet's surface, the black faces of the prism have started to emit a pulsating lilac light. The Augur team reports that the source of the signal is a small beacon which cannot be studied from orbit.
Stand the scout team.
A disgusting sight unfolds before the scouts. In a sinister, high-fenced enclosure, hideous mutants crawl and writhe. Hundreds of ugly beasts, their shapes vaguely reminiscent of humans, squirm on several pairs of deformed arms and legs. Incapable of attacking or doing much of anything else beyond crawling in the dirt, the creatures are riven with endless pain which seems to feed the Druckery beacon at the very center of the pen. A pulsating lilac light flows from the beacon.
All traces of the Gondor seen us in the Imperium must be destroyed. Burn the place with holy fire. That might be stupid on me in general, because a quest is related to it, but at this point it's just like, yeah. Rocky World.
A trickle of disturbing news came. The ship's navigator engaged the warp monster in invisible combat by giving orders from the Sanctum Navies. By following the Astronomican's guiding light and struggling against the mighty alien will at the same.
We have a gutted void ship here. I think we want to actually go there. Okay, no. It doesn't show it anymore.
When the rogue trader's ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus void station, it is met with the hostile scrutiny of the station's defense. During the period designated, Seneschal Abelard Viserion was found in his quarters in a trance-like state. He was pacing the room and talking to an unseen interlocutor, asking the same questions over and over. Why won't the fever break? And does the esteemed chirurgeon have the faintest idea what he is doing? Then he sat by the bed for a long time, clutching the sleeve of a void suit, and repeating, "Everything will be all right, son." With great difficulty, the enforcers managed to return the Seneschal to his senses. By the order of Seneschal Viserion, the report on this incident has been erased from the ship's logs.
Oh, it's the Rune Palace. Yep. This is going to be a fun boss fight.
With each step,
Yes.
I forge my destiny among the stars.
Operation successful.
Unlocked.
Grants the insight.
Okay, whenever the wearer deals damage with heavy weapon, enemies hit suffers perplexed. Perplex, if 3 more are already on the target, inflict stagger. Whenever the wearer parries an attack, they immediately strike back. If this attack deals damage, the wearer performs kick to push the enemy away. Whenever the wielder performs a heroic act or desperate measure, they gain 2 action. Okay, so what back do you actually have? As long as the wearer has performed both melee and range attack, every enemy in a 5-cell radius will suffer perplexed. I don't like that one on you. Don't like that one on you. Ah, there we have it. That goes on you. Okay.
The divine watches over us.
The desiccated manuscripts date back a dozen centuries. This palace is probably one of the oldest outposts of the Imperium.
The Emperor gave me a vision.
Okay.
I cannot go on like this, Helena. I cannot. I served my master loyally, as did my father and his father before that. But this cannot continue. No, I am tired. To bury the corpses of murderers and traitors to the Imperium is the noble thing to do, but now I must conceal the deaths of these innocent young men and women. They are almost children. Cursed be the day when the governor became the ruler of this world. I will break this vicious circle. This I promise. Tonight, I will flee the estate and together we will journey to the Star Speakers. They will warn the servants of the God Emperor about the heresy lurking in these walls. They will return for us. They will save us. Just wait for me, Helena. Just wait until I return. A lushly dressed, vaguely human-like carcass sits reclined in a massive Calixian oak armchair. Calloused brownish-blue patches cover the dead flesh, overlapping one another like snake scales. One of the hands, claws of exposed bone, supports a grotesquely bloated face. The creature's chest remains motionless and its eyes stay tightly closed. And yet the muscles on the distorted face twitch ever so briskly when you approach.
It is not dead. It is dead, but in the wrong way. It's not.
Kibella bores her head as if ashamed of her muddled explanation, then places a hand on her weapon.
I ask your permission to fix that.
Heinrichs raises a hand, commanding you to stop, and then presses an index finger to his lips. His face is more tense than usual, and there is a semblance of doubt in his eyes. The interrogator gestures toward the exit.
W1.
Cassia covers her mouth with both hands, trying to speak quietly even as her body is shaking. The Lady Navigator's wide-open eyes are brimming with terror.
I want to leave this place, right now.
Open fire on the carcass.
Sharp scales break away from the dense skin with every shot, and the creature's flesh is torn apart by countless projectiles that reduce its ugly carcass to a bloody pulp. The mutilated face, completely stripped of skin, and even bones, grins at you with the demented smile of a severed jaw. The sole remaining eye hangs from a bare nerve and glares angrily, shimmering with an unnatural yellow light. The creature's flesh starts swiftly regenerating before your very eyes. Within seconds the bones are once again fused together. The vessels, internal organs, and nervous system grow back. The spatter of blood flows back toward the carcass, being absorbed through the exposed tissue and rapidly recovering scale-marked skin. The same.
I do no TLK playing with my FOOD.
The creature angrily shakes its chins in an effort to remember human speech, its jowls melding into its shoulders and faintly glowing rib cage. A peculiar accessory shaped like a scarab and covered in luminous vermilion GLYPHS has painfully lodged itself into the flesh of the creature, something that undoubtedly used to be a man. You have heard of the powerful Xeno artifacts from the distant Halo stars, discovered by humanity millennia ago. Artifacts that belonged to a race more ancient than the most venerable among the Aldrai. Artifacts most impure, fatally dangerous, forbidden in the Imperium on threat of the cruelest of tortures, and yet capable of granting the darkest of human desires, a means to cheat death and to embrace life eternal.
You gain eternal life at the cost of you needing to consume human flesh.
Rogue trader, stay back.
Heinrichs grabs his weapon, and the air around you shimmers with otherworldly frost.
The bearers of the Halo devices pose a grave threat even to the finest agents of the Inquisition. They are fast, strong, immune to poisons, and
Heinrichs stammers.
Immortal.
And put an end to your eternal life and destroy the artifact.
Braties Onkvif Stay KHOMS PK and GLF. ERHST Co. MJE.
The elucidator fails to interpret the twisted speech taking root in your mind like a pestilent weed. The creature contentedly smacks its lips.
I will fi an ALE. TAST the Savory FLESH. Again.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
Death to his enemies!
Okay, ancient servitor over there, ancient servitor over there, then take Bella. Bella's going there, Pascal's going there, Harold's going there, Rick's going there, Ulfar's going there. Okay. $400 HP, 400 HP.
A dance of blades and shadows. My blade whispers your name. Trust me, killing brings me no pleasure. The shadows will see it done.
Okay. Okay, good.
If I may. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
How much? 1200 armor, 28% dodge. Yep.
Wolves reign! His ruin! So shall it be.
Okay. Can we... How's the gating? Distracted, perplexed. Okay.
Damage is negative.
Okay. So we start with that.
None can do better than a warrior of the All-Father! Come! The All-Father's worthy, it's
so. That means those are debuffed. Put on healing. Okay. We are sticking as a group, huh?
For the throne's glory. Everyone, step aside. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
Okay. So, crack and deal 40 damage there. We're doing that.
Actions will speak louder than words.
For the throne's glory.
No, you're staying there, honestly.
But of course, Lord Captain.
And so shall it be done. The corrupt way has failed you. You have been judged and found wanting. Rejoice, your defiance is futile. May my soul be silent.
Like Megapop.
I will not be deterred.
Hey.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Scorn the pain.
Suffering is part of the trial.
Okay.
As the tenets demand.
Wait.
As honor ordains.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, good.
Do not dare ask. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may, I'll show you why navigators are feared.
There we go. Okay.
See how the wolf succeeds.
Yeah.
Fight of death! Our father's worthy instrument! My hand is thunder! My strike is ruin!
Yeah.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Our foes reek of cowardice. I hunger for battle. Who will die in disgrace?
Yeah.
By claw and fang, the foe will be torn asunder!
To be fair, just spray and pray that.
Wolves in disgrace! So it shall be!
55 stacks. Ooh. Just a normal hits that hard, that's kinda insane.
Quest approved. My vow is to serve.
Pop that.
I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Let this be a warning to all who oppose us.
Hey, we're leveled up. Great.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
Whenever the ability explorates through the server skull. That's some backside of actually running it on Pascal. Pascal is not getting any use out of it at all, honestly. Which is something that I'm kind of am a bit sad about, but at the same time, Pascal is more of a weapon mule or skill slave than anything else for me right now. Grenadier, flamer weapon, combat, nimble, power expert, plasma, projector, nimble, last melee, heavy armor. It requires 45 strength. So now I can actually do it. Okay. A bit annoying, but yeah. What can you do? Combat addict, we don't want. Brink of death, not a kind of deal target. Cost efficiency. You know what? That one. All allies have to against attacks by allies. Yeah, no. No. Heavy weapon. Care about that. Swift movement. All out. Arms master. Awaiting orders every round. The first single target ability used by an ally on the arch militant. That one. Critical damage against target that are stunned and prone, blinded. Okay. Focal point. Preferred target. Two-handed range weapon within melee range. Okay, yeah, no. Close quarters. Because that means we can use mag dump on them continuously, even in proximity. Toughness, agility. You know what? Increasing our demolition will deal more damage to everyone as well. Oh, it's already. Enemies damaged by suffer 50% warp damage. While under effect of Navigator's power, enemies have their armor reduced by 17. This. Okay. Do we actually have anything for you? We don't really have anything for you. Like, the more health would be kind of good. And a nibble. You know what? Nimble. 140% dodge chance. That's... should be decent, right? Should be. Psyker. We're already maxed on Psyker there. Confer. Eye 4 ounce gauge whenever the assassins attack an enemy with full wounds. Yep. Something marked for you? Not really, no. Dueling Mastery. Drakari. Heavy weapons. Instant multi weapon. Melee weapon specialist. Sweep skills on axes and shove abilities will have a cost one less, but no less than one. Power weapons, armor penetration. Do we actually have any heavy armors that would be good on you? That's power armor. We don't trigger psychic phenomenon, so that's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything. 70. Their deflection is +3 and they have parry +12. That would be decent. Deflection against melee attacks. But I think the armor we're actually using is better. Against 75%. I like having him really mobile. I think that's the way to go, honestly. We're just continuing with it, I guess. I just see that I actually have fucking Eldari weapons or Eldari armor, and it's just like, yeah, we can't actually use those, so it's no reason we should actually keep them. Hymn of Hatred. Critical hit scored by anyone within the Psyker's line of sight. Increased critical. Yep. Don't know why I haven't picked up that one before, but... You know what? 10% power weapon expert, yeah. Oh, they're 4 sword, they're not power weapons. Fuck me. If an enemy suffers from any of the damage of the time effect, suffering, bleeding, burning, Yep. Do I have anything marked? Sickening pain. Every single yeah. I have already picked up... You're running a two-handed sword, right? Yeah, so that's not something we need to worry about. Power weapon on you should actually be good because you are actually using a power weapon. Why is it... That's a power weapon? Primitive sword. Okay, so that's not even a power weapon either. Okay, fuck me sideways, I guess. Uh, swords. Sword by type. We're looking for swords. You want... On critical hit, it's running inflict laceration. Okay. Inflict 1 stack of laceration. For each stack of laceration. All... Okay, yeah, no. Where's the ridiculous sword? There it is, yeah. Okay. Let's loot him. He had Fortress Swirl, plus 10 toughness, 2 deflection against ranged, 4 deflection, and the Halo device. The wearer gains the following: 25 strength, 25 toughness, agility, and perception. Uses agility instead of intelligence, toughness instead of willpower, and strength instead of fellowship. Immune to injuries and traumas. Regenerate 1 wound per turn. That is stacked on what? Toughness bonus. Whenever the wearer kills an enemy, any damage they deal increased by 1 until the end of combat. While their intelligence, willpower are reduced by -1 until the end of combat. Where? Oh, you're over there. Okay. Don't mind if I do. There's goods up here as well. This was... I remember this fight being a lot longer last time I did it. And honestly, it's plus and minuses for it, honestly. Ulfar is just... Ulfar is just fucking bonkers at this point. No, there. No, there.
Lord Captain. We have found the trail of the elusive Contempt. The ship was sighted in Latoshan's passage. If we go after the pirates right now, we can catch them before those arrogant scoundrels slip away again. The clan servicing the cooling systems have reported an incident of sorcery. The controlled scorching of decks is a labor-intensive but very familiar process for the voidsmen serving under the ship's infernus master. The evacuated chambers were set on fire, burning away all filth and heresy from the darkest corners. Emergency aboard the void ship. A foul...
It should be dealt with fairly quickly.
Let us walk this. My wrath shall befall you and reduce you to nothingness.
I bring mercy and retribution. I shall not let your soul be purged. Trust me.
They do not like Ulfar, huh?
The act of defiance is futile.
has 1 fucking HP left. That's annoying.
And so shall it be done.
The fame-hungry come.
I will not be deterred.
Become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Rejoice in service.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job duty demands?
Okay, was hoping to get a bit.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
You don't really have any ranged weapons, do you? Nope.
For the throne's glory. Let's see to it. Natural. But of
Stabby,
course,
stabby.
Lord Captain.
Just
The wolf is on the hunt. None can do this better than a warrior. Wounds out of your bones. Give this task to someone lesser.
okay.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Can I light you two on fire?
Successfully terminated.
Skitya, my Karamite hide is strong.
Can I get?
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Yes, I
As the
can.
tenants demand. Let the blood of the wicked be shed as thou hast
You
willed.
will go to Morkai with foes as your attendants.
Death is a blessing.
Vengeance will be swift.
Okay.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Cabela with that sword is fucking bonkers. She gets 1 kills and you just start killing everything. So, for good or for bad when using that sword, honestly. But let's hunt down our little friend. Repair, yes.
A pirate flotilla has gathered in a system with an especially prosperous extractium. The Augur crew reports that all of the void ships share their signatures with the elusive Contempt. You hear a familiar cheerful voice from the Vox. Shelby the protospeculator sighs theatrically. You're hot on his heels, coming between him and his fortune. The cargo ships are just about to take off from the bountiful planet, but the rogue trader himself wishes to rudely interrupt their plans. But that's quite all right. Shelby sounds thrilled by the sudden competition. The elusive Contempt's captain is ready to wait for the next opportunity, and for now, he'll leave you in the good company of his friends. You see the pirate flagship beginning to maneuver to escape into the warp.
No. We're firing.
Starboard batteries light up, firing a salvo. The missiles reach their target. Despite a direct hit, the elusive Contempt manages to slip away once more, though it won't recover from the damage anytime soon.
We are not letting that go without actually firing a few shots at it. Okay, so let's go here.
Bring doom to our enemies. Rain destruction upon our enemies.
Nothing really there. Okay. So, move here.
Let the macro cannons sing their deadly litany. I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
No shield on that side, pretty much. Great. Okay, so we have the torpedoes there, we have a friendly ship there, we're going to pop. We cannot, with good consciousness, do that, can we? We pop that. That should be enough to maybe deal with one or two of them. If I go there, yep.
Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates. Set course with all haste.
Increase the range of it. And
Bring doom to
look
our
at that.
enemies.
Oh, so close. It's not going to switch anything around. Did that sucker literally just detonate in my face? I think he did.
Show them the fury of our macro cannons.
Bye-bye. Actually having higher... I don't know. It might be worse for me or better for me. Unidentified ruins. Yeah. We have the Seneschal's quest actually going on. That's kind of why.
A warp breach. Ungodly fiends spreading sorcerous disease walk the lower decks.
I'm wondering... Next time I do a playthrough, I might actually do... Arbiter Soldier to get the extra shotgun abilities and run a shotgun character might be fun.
I will cast you into eternal darkness. Come to chaos!
Kibella.
Aim for the heart next time.
A born predator does not become prey! Come! Violence! My strike is ruin! So it shall be! One instrument!
Okay.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request insignificant value. Running
Contempt.
When Fenris is in battle, all shall bleed.
Crush the feeble. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a
Killing brings me no pleasure.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
As honor ordains. Come, the other side awaits. I shall not fail. As death is a blessing.
Okay. Move into the poison.
If I may.
Bodies decay for
In the name of Christ or Selly.
my Karamaka!
Oh, boo-hoo.
Not in disgrace!
Okay. No, just go straight for him.
Death comes in silence. The killing brings me no pleasure. As honor ordains.
And then we go back here. You have 3 stacks
As
of
the
it.
tenets demand. I would that I could. Come, the other side awaits.
Scorn the pain. I'll put my psychic abilities to use. I won't object to it. I'm done with this one.
Where did we have the last one? He's over there. Okay, fair enough.
Let's see to it. For the throne's glory, your reckoning is due.
Okay, good.
Know your duty.
How dare you?
Honestly, everything goes in cargo. There's no reason for us to keep anything, honestly. The shotguns were a cool thing, but we have enough shotguns going around now. And a bit more.
Your Lordship. A monstrous storm has broken out on Janus. Apocalyptic anomalies are tearing our agri-world apart, and their epicenter is in the corrupted sector. Something must be done before the whole colony is destroyed. We must find the source of this madness.
Send the Bastion forces into the heart of the storm. We have to find the source.
The escort squad reports that the Emperor protects them this day. They advance through the corrupted sector with few casualties. Our people have reached the Xenos ruins that once served as either a palace or a gargantuan machine.
Nope.
They have encountered an extremely high concentration of spirits. It appears the spirits are fighting among themselves with 2 particularly vivid ghostly figures among them. One of these prominent spirits radiates blue light and seems to be clad in Isledry armor. The other is engulfed in purple flames and clad in a Xenos ceremonial armament. They utter sounds reminiscent of Isledry speech, but any attempts to translate them have proved unsuccessful thus far. What does it matter what those spirits are babbling about? They both must be slain. Eat Vata, turn to your warriors and inspire them to fight for their home to the very last. They have already made sacrifices to get this far, so remind them what those sacrifices were for.
Tell my warriors that they're fighting for Jaina's future, one where the world is free from vengeful Xenos and their Lord Captain is watching.
Filled with courage, the rogue traders' warriors charged forth as if their sovereign was at their side. Their wounds, exhaustion, and losses forgotten, they each fought with the strength of 4 soldiers and exterminated the spirits, both blue and purple alike. The anomalies stopped ravaging Janus. A group of explorers carefully approached the site of the battle and began gathering evidence to shed some light on the recent events. Piecing together the knowledge that they had gathered, they were able to retrace the history of this world. The planet, which was inhabited by Aldrai prior to the fall, at some point became one of the many theaters of the war between sensual excess, the dogma that reigned over the Xenos of that time, and ascetic self-restraint. A local ruler, Kessia, was enlightened and wise, yet susceptible to depravity. In his desire to transfer his soul to another form of existence, he created a mechanism that would let him take over the bodies and minds of all his people. One of the ruler's bodyguards named Halcyon rose against the tyrant and mortally wounded him, but could not stop him from merging with the machine. Halcyon then gave his life to bind his own spirit to the device and continue fighting therein. This tragic conflict marked the end of all Aldrai on the planet but preserved an echo of their souls and those of their leaders.
Okay, nice. Now this one is also done. Great. Okay, and this one we wanted a bit more Fellowship of the Void because we wanted that one. Because those gloves actually, I feel like those gloves would actually be good. And here I don't know what we're getting, honestly. I think we might be getting that one. That one's done. That one's done. This one is still getting worked on. This one, just more reputation. You know what? No, we're going this one.
Your Lordship, a cryptic message arrived from Kaiva Gamma. The Fabricator Sensor reports that they have beheld the Eye of the Divine. I requested details from your less devout servants, and they clarified that the Inquest Group, which has been investigating the many inexplicable events that have taken place on the planet, followed a trail of mysterious binary harmonics and came upon an ancient and abandoned data complex. It is connected to the Manufactorum by a maze of communication lines and contains a gargantuan data loom. The mechanism's markings show that its designation, or, I should say, its rather menacing name, is Null Caliph. Null Caliph is immersed in sacred astrogational calculation and has shown no inclination to make contact. The tech priests that connected to it were punished for the intrusion with a lethal ejection of their motive force. The only thing they managed to find out is that the spirit of the data loom is not bound with the vows of compliance that would normally restrain a machine spirit of such power. This astoundingly mighty entity bores to no one, driven only by its own aims.
I want to know more about this data loom. What is it?
A sacred computational mechanism of great power. Its body is vast, and the wisdom and mettle of its machine spirit would befit an imperial titan. Machines of such might and splendor are kept carefully hidden from the eyes of the laity and worshipped on certain planets as great lords, oracles, sacred angels of the Omnisar, or demigods. Null Caliph's structure includes remarkable pieces of Arshia tech, parts of it extending far throughout Kaiva Gamma like a void kraken's tentacles. We now know where the warp transmitter modified by Cubis Delphim came from. It must have been part of this mechanism. The data angels that we encountered earlier were born of its cogitational might. Full of vigor, they soar around its computational aura, which radiates into the noosphere. Their response to our presence has been favorable thus far.
What do my advisors make out of this?
The great machine spirit that identifies itself as Null Caliph bears potential as a valuable ally, one that could replace the need for navigators comprised of fallible flesh. We must make contact with this holy entity, for to do so is to honor the Omnisara's tenets. That the tech priests who had the audacity to disturb Null Caliph were deprived of their motive force is a testament to the might of its data voice. I hold the knowledge to create a mediator that could interface with the fearsome machine spirit and ease the burden of its revelations on unprepared minds. A navigator data loom. This abomination makes a mockery of every navigator house's legacy. The very fact of its existence is profoundly sickening and vile. Null Caliph must be destroyed post-haste. Allow me to send word to the other navigator houses. They will waste no time in dispatching their forces to destroy this monstrosity.
Have we tried communicating
The
with it?
great calculator seems indifferent to mortals. It has expressed a lack of desire to interact with us or destroy us. We have studied the noospheric remains of the tech priests who dared to reach out to Null Caliph. Their minds contained excerpts from the dictates of Procedure 0C. These traces were brimming with anger.
Fuck it. Make contact with Null Caliph. I wish to form an alliance with it.
Your will be done.
Paradox. Paradox solved. This character can use their heroic act regardless of their momentum without spending momentum. The wearer gains solves signaling ability, cost-free AP, and trade logic test for the wielder with a minus 167 penalty. On successful solving a simulacrum, cognition is destroyed, the 25 logic bonus is lost, and the paradox gains permanently paradox solved feature. Okay.
Many Magi lost their lives trying to make contact with the great machine spirit before it noticed how frail their bodies and minds were before its might. Taking pity upon the servants of the Omnisar, it softened its data voice. The tech priests then entreated the great spirit to forge an alliance with the rogue trader. And Null Caliph answered, halting its sacred calculation. It bestowed its favor upon the supplicants. With its tireless, unblinking eye observing the warp currents, many a traveler have been saved from peril.
Okay. Do the void ship. No. We do that. To the bridge we go. To the bridge we go. Okay, and we are going over here.
The high factotum Janris Danroke greets you with a cool smile and the merest hint of a bow.
Pleasure to see you.
Oh, we actually have new ones? Service call, upgrade kit. Perception, 300 damage. Increased critical damage against bleeding target is increased by 25. Whenever the overseer's turn ends, Savage Eagle attacks the obstructed enemy. This attack following possibility. The apprehend massive attack apprehend targets whatever an ally. Successful attack. Okay. Serval Skull can swarm, can maintain multiple signals effect at the same time. Okay. At the start of the Overseer's turn. Enemies in the 4-cell radius around the Cyber Raven immediately move 1 cell towards the Cyber Raven. Once past a willpower stand will become staggered. Okay.
The high factotum Janris Danrope greets you.
Shipping goods. You. Oh my god. Select all. Trade. Thank you. And then we go to you. Yeah, that's a lot of reputation we got there. Oh, we got all the way down here with it. Okay, yeah. Every psychic and navigator used by the wearer deals an additional damage to all enemies in What? Info. What is that? Allies resolve. Ooh, that could be really good. Oh, we got a multi-gun. We actually got a long last. Another heavy armor with deflection, 669 deflection there. 30% dodge rate though, that's also fairly good. Where auto dodges the first hit. That's just stubber. Destructible cover hit by the stubber is instantly destroyed. Both destructible and indestructible covers are automatically over-penetrated. That could be really good. Can use overcharge multiple times per combat, bear once. Okay. Oh, we got a new axe for Skull. Every single attack on an opening deal additional. That's a new helmet for. I guess we're just purchasing everything here. Hits a melee attack, the armor is reduced, stacks. Solar Staff. The wielder of this game, power level 10, gains Inferno ability. Is also available as heroic action. Skitari medium armor. -2 AP to reload. It's actually fairly good. Resonant grenades. The Holy Power. Whenever the wearer suffers damage more than equal to 24, this armor unleashes a blast of energy dealing 20 to 25 power damage with armor penetration 10 to any target within melee range. I don't like that, honestly. We need 2,000 more reputation, and then, weirdly enough, we actually max this out. Okay. Do we actually have a bit more here? No, we don't. Grenade that hits 3 enemies for the first time. Action do not spend AP. I'm sitting here thinking of like all the different weird builds you can actually make, but it requires so much just resource grinding to a certain extent. We didn't buy that one. I don't know why we didn't buy that one. 3,000. You know what? Yeah. Okay, so that is a new wielder. This sword has its damage dodge reduced by percentage of equal of the veil degradation. That is actually okay. So 1200. 1200 will put us so we can actually buy this and this. Don't really care about those though. Okay. Explorators. Yeah, that's the way we're doing. What? The target is hit by the flame and an attack is suffered from burning at the end of the turn. That target explodes, inflicting burning damage equal. Ooh, okay, yep. That could actually be really good. Add that to cargo. I wanna. I don't know if I want to try something with these. Mechanicus. Okay, where do we have you? Where do we have you? I am not a stim user. At least not in this playthrough. Okay, good. Leading fire, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay. Do we have anything here? We have a commissar's head in our inventory. Sometimes you start to wonder what you actually keep around in your cargo. That's jewelry. Already got that one. Add to cargo. No. Okay. And with that, we are... All the things I can do will take a ton of time. I don't really want to do that today. So we are just going to take a step back. And we are going to... What is parry deflection? Okay. This one doesn't have deflection on it. It's a fucking giant shield. Why doesn't it have deflection on it? That doesn't make any sense. Really doesn't make any sense. Anyway. You cannot use power armor yet. Okay. If we compare that to what we have, it's going to have 20 more, it's going to have more strength, more deflection. Okay. And we're also going to do this, honestly. Where are you? Nope, nope, nope. Annihilation, Astartes bolt rifle. That is 30 to 35 damage. Okay. My character seems so small. Okay. That's going to be it for us tonight. Good night, everyone.